How's it going, Halo Zone? Silly Solomon here, bringing you another commentary over some Halo 4 gameplay. I believe this is a 34-1 on Opus. These players were not good at all, though, so don't think this is like an accomplishment. But anyways, I shouldn't be talking about the gameplay. As you can tell by the title today, I'm going to be talking about which Halo game is the greatest Halo game ever. It's really controversial. There's so many great Halo games, it's kind of hard to decide, but I wanted to do this commentary because not a lot of people have been uploading here on Halo Zone, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, I just really want to upload here. I feel like a lot of people have been busy and with real life stuff, and I don't want this channel to go down the deep end, and I just want you guys to be active and have Halo content. So anyways, so as far as Halo Combat Evolved, which if you don't know, that's the first Halo. They introduced the weapons, the motion tracker, shield system. You could throw grenades while your gun was still out, which is actually a big deal back in the day because most FPSs did not have the ability to throw grenades while still having your gun out. There was split screen, the multiplayer and everything was awesome. There wasn't online, which is a big thing, but pretty much the majority of aspects for Halo came in Halo Combat Evolved because it was the first game, it was where they could add in everything. It was kind of the precedent for the other Halo games. Next one was Halo 2, which was insanely big. I think this is really where the series took off, in my opinion. There was a new engine, there were new guns and vehicles and maps, and there were time constraints that the developers had, which means they had to cut back the size and scope of the game, and they had to cut off the ending for the campaign. They had a cliffhanger ending, if you don't remember that, and that pissed off some people. But as far as multiplayer, I personally think it is arguably one of the greatest multiplayer games of all time. It was the most popular Xbox game, the original Xbox. It didn't come out on the Xbox 360. There was dual wielding, there was online multiplayer, which was really the huge thing. There was the whole ranked thing, so it wasn't like it had the 1 through 50 system. It wasn't like the casual system that we have right now, which made it really, really big and really, really competitive. And there were some really good players. Like a lot of legends came back then, like the Ogres, all those pro players. The pro scene kind of broke out in Halo 2, which was awesome. And yeah, that's it for Halo 2. As far as Halo 3, it concluded the story arc of the Halo 1, 2, and 3. That was kind of like this whole campaign thing that really should have ended at Halo 3, I think a lot of people think. But anyways, it made $300 million in its first week, which was by far more than any of the other Halo games had ever made. It was insane. It was on the new Xbox, the Xbox 360. It was the best-selling FPS on the Xbox 360 besides the Call of Duty games, which, yeah, we hate Call of Duty, whatever, because they sell so much and they are appeased to noobs, whatever. But even if you consider the Call of Duty games, it was still the best-selling game in 2007, which is freaking awesome. It adhered to the Golden Triangle of Halo, and if you don't know what the Golden Triangle of Halo is, it is where you have weapons, grenades, and melees. And I know that might sound kind of weird, but if you don't know, Halo Reach and Halo 4 kind of broke this by adding in armor abilities and everything. But classic Halo, or I think most people, when they talk about classic Halo, they're referring to this golden triangle of having those three aspects that the whole game kind of revolves around. I mean, the grenades are a big thing, the guns are obviously a big thing, and same with the melees. And that's kind of what Halo 3 managed to innovate by adding in equipment and all this stuff, but they also still adhered to that golden triangle, which a lot of people thought was really a mandatory thing for a Halo game to do. And not only that, but they added in Forge, which is massive. Forge, if you don't know, even now, there's channels based around Forge that are insanely big, like the Halo Forge Epidemic or whatever. So many big Forge channels. Forge is just massive in Halo. It has its own individual community now. That's how big Forge is. Just the whole idea of making maps is awesome. There's also Xbox Live, which is obviously a really big thing. That means people can play together. There are social and ranked playlists, which was sorry, I can't speak. There's social and ranked playlists, which means people who were competitive could be playing and having fun, and same with casual players, which a lot of people enjoy. They kind of they appeased both sides of the community, which is really a big thing. And not only that, but they had Theater, which I'm pretty sure, I don't think the Theater was as good as it was in the future Halos, but it still was definitely good, at least from what I remember. I don't really remember using Theater because I didn't really save clips that often. And in Halo Reach, they were, sorry, I have to tell you before we go to Halo Reach, we're moving on to Halo Reach, so now you guys know. There were better graphics, but there weren't any ranked playlists, which really ticked some people off. There were new game types like Headhunter, etc., etc. I don't really want to go into them. There was Firefight, which was pretty big, not the biggest though. There was, better Forge, there was a level editor built in, and there was Theater, which was, I think, improved on a bit. There was No Master Chief in the campaign, which was kind of iffy. I don't know. I don't really consider it part of the whole normal Halo cycle, you know, and there was armor abilities, and now armor abilities that kind of tick people off, as well as the Bloom for multiplayer. A lot of people did not enjoy them. I really did not enjoy armor abilities, or not armor abilities. I really did not enjoy Bloom at all, but I don't know. I couldn't say I hated armor abilities. I loved the idea. I just thought it was kind of iffy because the whole armor lock and just the armor abilities weren't really well balanced, in my opinion. It wasn't so much that they were there. In Halo 4 now, we're moving on to Halo 4 because the video is almost over. There were new boosts. There's like damage boost, speed boost, and you know, obviously there's overshield, but that was in other Halos as well. There were custom loadouts, which is really controversial. The starting weapons, you could select your starting weapons, which was also really controversial. And there's a better engine. There was Prometheans in the campaign and everything, and that means that there were Promethean weapons, or whatever you want to call them. And there were new game types. It was overall a very controversial game, but I really loved it. So yeah, as far as my favorite Halo game, I'm going to be the black sheep here, I guess. I'm going to say it's Halo 4. That's really, really controversial, I know. But you guys can leave your opinions. Tell me what your favorite Halo game is, and have a great day.